little video on dowsing or divination using a pendulum. Now, a lot of people think this is something to do with voodoo or witchcraft, but in fact it's something very simple, and simply involves using a swinging device to amplify small movements in the hand on the principle that the body knows information that we don't, whether it's about our own bodies and the workings of our health or our environment, or whether it's secrets of the universe which we don't consciously have access to. So it's very simple, and what I'm going to do now is to show you the ropes so that you can do it yourself. Okay, now you want to hold your pendulum by the cord, obviously, by the cord or the chain. If you hold it like this in 3 fingers, now you can choose the length of the cord or chain beneath your fingers to suit. You have to do some experimentation as to see what the best length is. The longer it is, the slower the swings will be, and obviously the shorter it is, the faster the swings will be. The way to do this is to do it from a standing start. Ask the question and just patiently watch and see what happens. And with a little patience you'll see that it's starting to swing on its own. Now with practice that you'll often find that the swing will get bigger, and you can also ask your body to amplify a swing. So if you're not quite sure what it's doing, ask it to amplify and you will get a larger swing. Now if you're having a bit of trouble getting any movement, another way to do it is to start it off swinging in one direction, swinging backwards and forwards, so away from you and back to you. Then ask your question and see which way it goes. It should then tilt off the backwards and forwards swing into a clockwise or a counterclockwise movement. So once you've determined the yes and the no, then you can start to ask some questions which you know the answer to. So like Margie can now ask, is my name Margie? And you can see we're getting a clockwise spin, and that's an obvious yes. Okay. Now when you start to get into asking more meaningful questions, there's a bit of a procedure that you need to go through to ensure that you get the right answers. Now the first thing you need to ask is, can I have access to this information? Okay. Right, yes. And then the next question, is it to my highest good to have access to this information? And there's another yes. Now occasionally people, instead of getting a circular movement, get a backwards forwards or a sideways movement determining yes or no. Now this you'll find out if you start from a static position and ask your question, what, show me a yes or show me a no. Now this is important to do this before you start dowsing on any day, because it is possible, and it does happen, that you can get what is called reversal, and that is your no becomes yes and your yes becomes no, and so it can get some very confusing answers. So I hope you can see how simple dowsing is. I encourage you to get practicing, and just like anything, it gets easier with practice. And realize that the universe is our library. We've got access to all the information that we need, and a pendulum is a great way to tap into that. So happy dowsing and enjoy.